I think there might be a part of this belt video that has me standing here looking at a deck because I had paused it and restarted it maybe anyway, but whatever. So now I'm starting a separate video on the deck repair, and you can see here this bracket on the right hand side is broke away. It was bent back. I've smashed it with a hammer to push it back into position. Around this side you can see where the cracking is. Okay, so what I've done so far is I've made up, this is just half of the side of a channel pipe, channel iron. So you can see where I've drilled holes through the deck in it and through to the bracket to go on that side, another one for that side. I use a cobalt drill to drill these, and even still it's getting to the point where it might need replaced soon. But don't waste your time on those Canadian Tire deals where they think you're getting $100 worth of bits for $30, and every bit will maybe do one hole or two, and then it's ready to throw away. So the other thing I'm doing on this side, I may do a little bit of spot welding on those cracks, but I'm not 100% sure. What I've done is this. I've made up I used a cardboard tin plate, and now I've got this piece of flat steel to go up in there. It'll get bolted with the bolts that are coming through to hold the channel pieces. I might spot weld a little bit around the edges of this to the existing deck. I'm also debating whether, in order to, because what I want to do is spread the load over as much of the decking as possible. And so if the deck gets weaker, there's still lots of deck. I'm thinking of spreading some JB Weld on the inside here, and then clamping it on with a C-clamp. And again, that might just hold it a bit more. The issue with the welding of the edge to the deck is being a shitty welder, there's a chance that all I'll be doing is blowing holes in everything instead of getting a nice weld that'll have any strength. I'm just not a decent welder. But anyway, that's the plan for this, and I'm going to go ahead with this now because it's hanging up on the winch, and that's the winch that I'll want to use to lift the front end of the tractor up to get the front belt and pulley and everything off, rather than moving. I could move it inside. I got another winch inside, but maybe it's be shadier in there too, wouldn't it? I don't know. I'll make up my mind at some point. Okay, the deck repair is done pretty well. You can see I've got those pieces. What I did was I did weld the cracks, and I used a 6013. Actually, there's black paint on top of that now, rust paint. So I spray that with rust paint in the back of these pieces with rust paint before I put them on. So I got the cracks reasonably welded up, and those channels are going to do it. And then I made my usual messy looking stuff over here. Some of this is just blobs of weld that are holding nothing. And on that plate. But again, it's got the 4 bolts from the other side. And I did weld the cracks on this side too underneath there. So this will last longer than the deck or the mower or something. I will think this will not be the piece that breaks next. It'll be something else. So that's it, I guess, for now.